I sold my kidney to buy an iPhone. Once upon a time in the bustling city of Metropolis, there lived a young man named Jake. Jake was an ordinary guy with an extraordinary obsession technology, specifically the latest gadgets. His desire for the newest and shiniest gadgets knew no bounds, and he constantly found himself yearning for the latest releases. One day, Apple announced the launch of the highly anticipated iPhone C, a revolutionary device with features that seemed straight out of a sci-fi movie. Jake, being an avid Apple fan, was consumed by the desire to own this cutting-edge smartphone. There was just one problem: he couldn't afford it. Determined to get his hands on the iPhone C, Jake started brainstorming ideas to make some quick money. He considered odd jobs, freelancing, and even selling some of his possessions. However, none of these seemed to bring in the substantial amount he needed. As Jake scoured the internet for solutions, he stumbled upon an unconventional idea that both intrigued and horrified him: selling his kidney. The idea of parting with a vital organ for a smartphone seemed absurd, but the lure of owning the iPhone Z proved to be too strong for him to resist. After much contemplation, Jake decided to explore this extreme option. He researched the black market and connected with a shady figure named Victor, who claimed to facilitate such transactions. Despite the risks and moral dilemmas, Jake agreed to sell one of his kidneys in exchange for the hefty sum needed to buy the iPhone Z. The clandestine operation took place in a dimly lit, undisclosed location. Jake felt a mixture of fear and excitement as the deal unfolded. The surgery was successful, and Jake walked away with a significant amount of cash, enough to purchase the coveted iPhone Z. However, as Jake proudly held his new gadget, a wave of remorse washed over him. He couldn't shake the guilt of sacrificing a part of himself for materialistic desires. The glimmer of the iPhone Z seemed to pale in comparison to the darkness that surrounded the means through which he obtained it. Over time, Jake's health deteriorated, and the consequences of his impulsive decision became increasingly apparent. The once vibrant young man found himself weakened and regretful. The iPhone Z, once a symbol of triumph, now served as a constant reminder of the high cost he paid for his obsession with technology. In the end, Jake learned a valuable lesson about the true worth of material possessions and the importance of considering the consequences of one's actions. His story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that the pursuit of the latest and greatest should never come at the expense of one's well-being and moral integrity.